What's cracking? Yo, I know y'all done heard about this nurse, Erin, Erin Stratman from Virginia. She's a nurse from Virginia who was breaking little babies' bones. Breaking little baby, hold up, let me get more specific. She was breaking little black babies' bones while they were under her care in the nursery area of the labor and delivery, I believe. Yeah, NICU nurse. Like, come on now. And guess what? She remains free. She remains free until trial. This is America, y'all. This is America. And she only broke the little black baby's bones. Little African American, precious, beautiful children. Little babies at that. Helpless babies she was supposed to be caring for and taking care of. She was breaking their bones. I can't make this up. I'm up at night bringing it to y'all, man. I'm up at night bringing you the education, bringing you the awareness of what's going on in this country, crimes against children. I ain't standing for it, and I'm going to put it in your face every time. That's going to be my purpose for my content. If I ain't bringing you haircut tutorials or something from the barbershop, because I am a barber, this is what I'm bringing to you, because this is what I'm passionate about. I think this needs to stop. Crimes against children need to stop. Any crime. It ain't got to be sex crime. This ain't a sex crime. This is assault on little helpless babies. You don't believe me? Let's dig off into this, man. Cause y'all, it's not a game out here. You better be aware of what's going on. You better be aware.
For everybody, somebody needs to be held accountable for my son, for everybody, others' kid. Like, somebody needs to be held accountable. It's too many in such a short period of time.
The former intensive care unit nurse accused of hurting premature babies is back trending in true crime because now she's facing 6 additional charges. Tuesday, defendant Erin Stratman was served with 6 new indictments and now stands accused of injuring 4 different babies from 2022 to 2024. Prosecutors say she's also been charged in the treatment of a 5th baby, but that child wasn't injured. Scripps News reporter Melissa Hippolyte spoke with the prosecuting attorney who describes these shocking allegations at Henrico Doctors Hospital.
When you're talking about a process where mandated reporters are supposed to notify the agency who oversees whatever area that we're covering, and there's a failure to do that, that is always concerning.
Her office has still not brought any charges related to the 4 babies that were found with fractures in 2023, but she said,
look at them little babies, man. Did y'all see them little babies? Look at these little babies. Look at these. How could you got to be a evil
her office has
soul.
Still not brought.
You got to be an evil soul to hurt premature baby. That's a premature baby. That means that's a baby that came out before they were supposed to come out. Chat, that's a baby that came out before they was supposed to come out. Came out early, came out 7 months, came out 8 months, came out 6 months. Like, that's a little baby that's trying to live, that's fighting to live. You breaking their bones, that means you trying to kill them. That's attempted murder to me. That's attempted murder. This woman should not be walking free. She should not have gotten a bond. She should not have got a bond. Why she got a bond? We all know what it is. We all know what it is. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, because if she was, all I'm going to say is she was black. If she was a black nurse, she would not be out on bond, walking freely. It's crazy. This country, the legal system is a joke. All right? And Lord forbid this woman walks. Lord forbid this woman walks. Yo, it's gonna be some riding going on. It's gonna be somebody gonna pay for this dearly if this woman walks. That's all I gotta say.
Any charges related to the 4 babies that were found with fractures.
4 babies. This is 4 babies, and this you said 2023. 4 babies. That's just 2023. It's more. I think it was a total of like 10 or 12 or something like that. You got to be a sick individual, an evil, devil worshiping, conniving, low scum of the earth to hurt babies. In my opinion, she should be given the death penalty because she was trying to kill these children before they even had a chance at life. I digress.
In 2023, but she said detectives are still diligently investigating those cases.
We're getting there.
12 charges accusing. She has facing 6 additional charges, total of 12 charges, probably 12 babies, accused of hurting 4 babies. Like, this is nuts. This is nuts.
I can't get into the details about what the process is that we may be engaging in as to why we are going forth and presenting the 23 babies in a different way.
Cameras were installed in the NICU at Henrico Doc.
Did she say 23 babies? I know she didn't say 23 babies. And she got a bond in a good little old Virginia, little town in Virginia. Yeah, you know what's going down in these small towns, man. Y'all know what's going down, man. Y'all know what's going down. If they can save her, they'll save her. If they can save her, but it's getting too much news, too much attention across the country. But if they didn't get any attention, man, she'd probably walk.
Doctors Hospital after those babies' injuries were discovered. That video evidence has helped prosecute.
Look at this. Look at this. This is why they're trying to save her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at this pale skin, white brunette. They think she's innocent or something like that, but she's an innocent young woman. No, that's not her. No, they looking at her like she's just a little girl. No, that's a grown woman that's hurting and trying to murder young babies. So why give her a bond? Why set her free so she could possibly hurt somebody else? Why? Why is she not looked at as a thug, a terrorist? She's a terrorist to babies. Why is she out on bond? Huh? Why is she not a threat to society? Why is she not? Because she looked the way she looked? Yo, we'll get pulled over for a broken tail light, bro. They'll treat us like we a threat to society. Like, guns drawn, like we handcuffed. Look, throw it tight handcuffs, throw you in the back of a car in 100-degree weather with the heat, with the windows up. Like, no bond. Like, for misdemeanor. What? This woman gets a bond and gets walking freely after she done tried to hurt possibly 23 babies? Even if it's one baby, that's enough.
Charged Stratman in connection with the 2024 babies, but even without video evidence, Taylor said they were confident bringing charges related to the 2022 baby.
A judge has allowed.
Hey, they talking about the babies like they named them about a year, the 22 baby, but the 2023 baby is this, and the 2024 baby. She was doing this for multiple years. She is a serial offender. She's a serial killer. She's tried to be a serial killer. She tried to be an infant serial killer. This is the first time in American history we have an attempted serial infant killer, and she's walking around freely.
Stratman to remain out on bond, saying that the new charges were of lesser concern pertaining to bond because they occurred prior to the pending matters already before the court. She's due back in court in May. The tentative trial date is set for February 9th, 2026. We're asking, though, should the bond be revoked in the wake of the new charges? The judge.
Absolutely, they should be revoked. Absolutely. Why is this even a question? I see now I feel like you got to look at that judge, because the judge makes the determination the last decision on whether this woman got bond or not. Now you got to look at all his cases. Now he should be under investigation. This is egregious. I cannot believe that this judge looked at the evidence, looked at the amount of infants that this woman tried to murder, and gave her a bond to walk freely amongst us good tax-paying citizens for until she goes to trial, like she's walking amongst us like she's just one of us. No, you ain't one of us. No, you ain't one of us. You don't even deserve to be out here in the free world with us. With us law-abiding, tax-paying, good-natured, good-spirited, God-fearing citizens. No, she should be locked up with criminals. She should be locked up like the rest of the criminals. Potential criminals. Okay? Because what is it? Well, with us, we know it's guilty until proven innocent. But it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But in her case, she guilty until proven innocent. She guilty until proven innocent. Just like they treat us. That's how she should be. I'm just going to say it like it is. And I think you should investigate the judge. You need to look at some of his cases. Look at some of the other cases he done judged or ruled over. Like it's he's sus. He's sus. He shouldn't be a judge if he gave this woman bond for hurting infants, babies. He said, let me tell you something. He saw it's probably a white, old, shriveled up white judge who look at her and see his granddaughter or see his granddaughter in her or his daughter in her and couldn't possibly let her sit in jail for making a mistake. Yeah, I'm telling you. This is America, man. This is America. This is America.
Saying no because it's part of the same course of action that got her here in the first place. But one of the rules of bond is you can't pick up any new cases.
Absolutely. I like this woman, and she is white. This news anchor is on point. If you are already out on bond for 2 or 3 babies in 2023, and they find new evidence that you did it again while you was out on bond, you shouldn't get no bond. Everybody know that. If you are familiar with the judicial system, you know if you out on bond and you get in trouble while you out on bond, bruh, you ain't getting no bond once they catch up with you and lock you up for your new charges. Ain't no bond. So he knows she had previous charges. She's out on bond. Some new evidence came that she did it again, and he still let her out on bond. Yo, investigate the judge. Investigate the judge, man. I'll guarantee you somebody's sitting in prison because of this judge who probably shouldn't be in there. All right, he probably gave extra time that somebody shouldn't have had. He gave them 10 years when they probably should have got 1 or 2. Like check this judge out. Check some of his sentences against brown and black people. I promise you, he gave some excessive time out. Okay? I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet the bank on it. Like, I'll bet the house on it. Like, I know this judge is dirty. I know it. If he let this white woman out for hurting black infants, if he let her out on bond, yo, if somebody's sitting in prison now for a dime bag of weed, he gave him 20 years. Trust me. I might do some digging. Don't make me, because I might take this content thing to a whole nother level and get the digging. And get the exposing some of these judges and some of the DA and some of the, because y'all letting this one out on bond? This one? Really? Like, it's a disgrace to the judicial system.
What should the judge do? You all know how I feel about this. I never thought she should have been out in the first place. So let's talk about it.
Hello. Yo, who is this news anchor? I rocks with her. I might support her. You know what I'm saying? And she white. She white. Look, silence is compliance. I love to hear when white people, good white folks speak out against just it's common sense. It's common sense. I love white people that speak out against just stuff that just don't make no sense. It don't matter what race you are. If you do this to any infant, you should not be out on bond. It's just common sense. How does the judge not have common sense? That make me want to look back at all his cases and see did he have common sense with some of the sentences he gave out, with some of the bonds that he gave out. It makes me want to look back at all that. And it's public information. We can dig, but this news anchor here is on point.
Let me bring back in Attorney John Phillips and welcome in Attorney Michael J. Brown and Dr. Sue Kornbluth. Good morning to you all. Michael, let me begin with you. You're a high-profile criminal defense attorney, once was a prosecutor, so you can understand the prosecutor who might want her back in jail. What should the judge do here?
Good morning, Julie. Good morning, everyone. The ultimate issue on bail in our world is to secure the defendant's attendance in court. So although it may be repulsive that she's out of custody and everybody wants to see her behind bars because everybody prejudged the case and the allegations are obviously horrific, ultimately, if she's reporting to court, if she comes to each of her court dates, if her ties to the community are significant, and she has already posted whatever bail.
Ties to the community? Yeah, you put your foot in your mouth for that one. You put your foot in your mouth for that one, Mr. Bald head, skinhead attorney. Up. Yeah, you put your ties to the community. The only ties she has to the community is mistrust. Okay? Because she was trusted with around infant babies. Okay? And she disgraced the nursing community. We placed our trust in her with our babies, and she breaking their bones. That's the only ties to the community she has, Mr. Defense Attorney.
She posted, probably not a reason to change the bail status. And keep in mind,
probably not. Oh my God, politicians and defense lawyers are the worst liars, are the scum of the earth. You hear this? Do you hear this? Blasphemy.
Hi, Julie. I know that there's new charges, but my understanding is these all predate her arraignment on the initial charges. So if that's the case, she may very well pay the piper when it's all said and done. But as long as she's coming back to court, I don't see a reason to change her bail status, quite frankly.
I don't see a reason for you to be a defense attorney anymore. I don't see it. I don't see it because you said nothing that made any sense to me. Okay, if you got bond and then they discover new evidence that you are more of a threat to the community than previously thought of, your bond should be revoked. Come on now, is this guy right here, bro? Listen. Okay, so say for instance it was a murder. She's accused of attempted murder. Okay, boom, she got to see her day in court. Boom, bam, she got a bond. But they find out that she's a fucking serial killer. They do a little bit more digging and find out that she's a serial killer. She got 10 bodies. And they all go back to her. All the evidence is pointing in her direction. You mean to tell me, Mr. Baldhead, skinhead attorney, that they should not revoke her bond because it was predated? Those murders were predated before the initial accusation. Okay, come on, man. Come on. You got to do better than that. You got to do better than that. Who have you gotten off? Because I don't think your not guilty verdicts outweigh your guilty verdicts with the rhetoric that you're spewing out. Come on. Come on, my guy.
Frankly.
Sure. Michael, appreciate it. Excellent points. Sometimes we may not like it, but the law is the law. And with her out on bail, we know that there are strict conditions in terms of monitoring. My understanding at last check, she was staying with her parents. It's not like she's free to do whatever. John Phillips, you know this is a media case. You have many media cases.
I don't care if she's staying with the Pope. I don't care if she's living with the pastor of her church. I don't care if she's staying with the president of the United States. She shouldn't be free walking around after she's accused of hurting innocent babies. You know why? Because it's an easy out. It's an easy out. I want her to see her day in court, and I want her to suffer and suffer the consequences of her actions. I don't want her to have an easy out. She could easily kill herself. Nah, we need her locked up so she can see her day in court, so these families of these infants can get justice.
Would you look at this, please, from that perspective of this defendant and the eyes being shined on her? Your thoughts on the bond, please.
I had a similar case where we had one or two parents with an abusive pediatric dentist. And the media got a hold of it, and next thing you know, we had 10, we had 30, we had 100 over the course of decades. Some didn't have a civil statute of limitations, some didn't have had an expired criminal statute of limitations, but the process worked through, and media helped because one parent sees another parent and said, "Oh, this happened to my child as well," and it's the recidivism here. Certainly there's not going to be future if she's not working for a hospital, but there's enough on a victim standpoint, with children with broken femurs, tibias, and ribs, that it's particularly malicious. It's particularly, offensive.
Thank you. This is to the highest degree of cruelty. This is not an ordinary circumstance. This is to the highest degree of I want to say violence, of abuse, of cruelty to an infant, a premature infant. Excuse me, let me correct myself. That was singular, plural. Infants! Need I add possibly 23? Okay, yes. Femur bones, ribs. Like, how the fuck do you break an infant's rib bones? How the fuck do you break a baby's femur? Whatever the hell. How do you do that? How do you do that and look yourself in the mirror? How do you sleep at night? How? I'm gonna tell you, like a baby. That's how she slept. Like a baby. She ain't lose no sleep over this because she continued to do this over and over again. It was a pattern. It was a pattern over years. She did this over years, and the pattern was, might I add, infant black babies. Might I add, this could be a hate crime. Repetitive hate crime, serial attempted killer. She needs to be out. She could see my defense would be she could see a baby in a park. She could see somebody strolling a baby. As soon as the mother look away, she grabbed the baby and slam him on the ground or something. She has mental issues, and you think she's not a threat to society just because she's at her mom's house? Just because she's not working at the nursery home, the NCIU anymore, huh? She's not a threat anymore because she doesn't have access to babies, to infants at work. Oh, you think it's that hard to find a baby? I see babies all the time when I'm out. I see babies all the time when I'm out. All right? I have yet to hear something about a leg monitor. All I heard was bond. Is she on a leg monitor? Do y'all know where she's at all times? Do you? I doubt it.
I think the court could go either way. You could be Mr. Brown's more strict interpretationalist of the Constitution and say, but she's going to appear. But on the same token, her acts are pretty disgusting and charges of child abuse and malicious, with maliciousness in the title could warrant, no bond as well.
Certainly. John, thank you for all of that. I know we all detest these charges, these allegations. I want to turn now away from the legal aspect of it to the psychological aspect and what may have been going on. Dr. Sue Kornbluth, I know you've been digging into this case. You have a lot to say about it. For anybody wondering who could possibly do something like this, how might you answer that question, please?
Well, this screams to me that this is somebody that clearly has mental health issues, but probably was abused herself. And she doesn't have a voice to express probably what happened to herself. And she's preying on the most innocent of victims here to hurt them, which are these precious, precious little babies. Now, there is a history, which I read, Julie, that she has a background of using cocaine and also was seeing a psychiatrist. I don't know what she was seeing the psychiatrist for, but cocaine, can make you do things that you wouldn't normally.
Oh man, we not gonna blame that on the cocaine. We ain't blaming that on the cocoa, cause she was in love with the cocoa. No. We're not blaming that on the cocoa. All right. And I'm not even gonna blame. I don't even care if she got abused when she was. I don't care. I don't give a flying. Because when you grown, nobody cares. All right. Nobody cares. You got to get out here and change your life. All right. And make sure that your kid doesn't get abused. All right. You got to use that as motivation. You were a survivor. At one point, she was a survivor, and now she has made these little infants survivors. Look at this. Do you see that? I don't know if y'all can see it, but she broke one of these little baby's ankles. It looked like her ankle is broke. Like you just popped it like a chicken. Oh my God! Because infants, babies' bones are kind of like Rubbermaid, or it's damn near. She broke one of their ankles. Like you got to be a sick, psycho, schizophrenic, paranoid retard to do that to a baby. Like accountability is what I'm looking for. I don't care what she went through. She had time. She don't look like she's 20. She looked like you had time to get help. You had time to get help. You did neither. And I think we need to talk about that a lot when it comes to cases like this, because people know they need help. Somebody in her life probably suggested she needed to get help, but guess what? She didn't get no help. She refused. She refused to help. All right, that's no different than somebody being in a marriage and one of the partners to ask her, hey, we need to go to marriage counseling. Majority of one side of the married couple is going to be like, no, I'm not going. Yeah, you know how that go. I'm willing to bet somebody told this woman, called it out on her and told her she probably suggested that you need to go get some help. And no, I'm not going. I don't want to sit on there and tell nobody. Nobody gives a flying F. The charges are the charges. She going to court. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't care what she went through. No, you don't hurt no baby. You don't take it out on no infants. All right? You don't take your frustrations out on no infant. Do you hear what she said? Oh, she's putting the pain on them because she had pain put on her. Nah, I'm not trying to hear it. She should be locked up. I don't even want to hear no more. I'm disgusted with this whole case. Let's fast forward, because they're going to be talking a whole bunch of booty chatter. I don't care. Nobody cares, bro. Don't nobody care when let's just say drug dealers. And nobody cares, bro, that they grew up in a society, in an environment where they ain't have much and they had to help pay bills and all that. Nobody cares when they get cracked, when by the police. Hey, nobody cares what you went through. They throwing out them big numbers at them. What are we talking about? If you kill somebody, nobody cares, bro. What happened prior to you killing somebody? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Now you're in the court for something you did, your actions. You had time to get help. You had time to get help. You refused it. You know you need help. You didn't go seek it. So that now where are you at? Where are you at now? Where are you at? You are suffering the consequences now. Now you're at the consequence phase. You could have. There were signs before destruction. She ignored them. Now she's where she's at. A car thief. All right. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. He needed some wheels or whatever. He never had a car. He never had money to buy a car. Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. He got caught, pulled over in that stolen car. Now he's in front of the judge, and the judge gonna throw the book at him for whatever. A bank robber. Nobody cares that they child needed a blood transfusion and had no insurance and yeah, nobody cares when they get in front of the judge, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody. I don't want to hear nothing about this woman's life prior to what she was doing. I don't want to hear about her adolescent life, her childhood life. Nah, that don't make you do that. I get it. All right, I understand. Yeah, we all had it rough. What are we talking about? Everybody goes through stuff. All right. Some people choose to take it out on innocent people, and some people choose to use it as motivation to better their lives, better their children's life. She chose the other side, so nobody want to hear about all that. All right. These infants did nothing to her. She was blessed to be in these infants' presence, and she took advantage of that. She took advantage of that. She was there to take care of them, nurture them, to make sure they were good while their mama was healing up. All you had to do was take care of them until their mama was able to leave, and the mama was taking them with her. No, she chose to break bones of infants that can't even fight back. You're the worst type of predator, a punk. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I hate bullies. Yeah, I hate bullies. That's a form of being a bully, messing with infant kids. She ain't never hurt nobody there. You can look at her. She ain't never did nothing to nobody. Nobody in her life. Nobody her size. Nobody grown. Nobody. She tucked her tail and she ran. You could tell. I could see it on her. But you tough with some infants. Yeah, throw the book at her. Get her out of there. Yeah, man, sit her down. For every infant, she should get, every bone she broke, every infant, she should get 10 years. Put her up for life. Put her up. She was begging to get put up. Begging. She's screaming out for help, right? That's what she's doing. That's what y'all want to call it. In the psychology. She's screaming out for help. That's why she was breaking bones. Yeah, well, help her. Put her up. Put her up, or put her in a cell with all of the parents. Yeah, either or. Put her in a cell for 10 minutes with all of the parents. If she doesn't live, if she dies, don't charge the parents. Okay? Yeah. Save some taxpayers some money. Put her in a cell with all of the parents for 10 minutes and see if she can make it out. Since she's so tough. She breaking kids' bones. Disgusting.
Dr. Sue, you're so right. This is all extremely helpful, everything you're sharing. And I want to dovetail off of something you just said about how your heart breaks for the parents. And so as this criminal process rolls on for defendant Aaron Stratman, these parents may be left wondering, does the buck stop with that defendant?
It was intentional. It was child abuse. It was the most severe level that it can be. And that kind of like definitely opened our eyes to it, because nobody had ever said that before. Nobody had ever said, this is child abuse. This was intentional.
Henrico Doctors Hospital initially put Stratman on paid administrative leave in 2023 after
they put her on paid administrative leave for breaking infants' bones. How is that child abuse? Like, I get it, it's child abuse, but why is it not attempted murder? They're already premature, and you're breaking their bones. You're breaking the rib is there to protect the lungs, and you broke the ribs. So how is that not attempted murder? How is it not attempted murder? How is she not a terrorist to infants? How was it? I don't, whatever though.
An internal investigation was done. This after babies linked to Stratman's care showed consistent injuries. But the hospital didn't report those injuries to CPS.
The hospital didn't report the injuries to CPS. The hospital could have prevented other babies from getting hurt, but they didn't report the injuries to CPS. But they don't care about little black babies. Pop tried to tell y'all a long time ago. They don't care about little black babies. They don't care. They don't care. How do you not report that to CPS? I think some investigation needs to be done against this hospital. Against whoever. Somebody should be getting fired. Somebody should be getting fired in this hospital behind this case. Not just her. Somebody should be held responsible because they could have prevented other babies from getting hurt if they would have reported the injuries to CPS.
So after Stratman was arrested, Henrico Doctors Hospital released this statement saying in part, quote, "We're both shocked and saddened by this development in the investigation and are focused on continuing to care for our patients and providing support to our..."
Bullshit. Horseshit. Oh, after she's arrested. Oh, we're both shocked and we're saddened by this development. But you knew prior to her being arrested that babies had injuries under her care. But now that she's charged, all right, you're shocked and saddened by the development. Why weren't you shocked and saddened by the development of babies having injuries under one of your nurses' care? Why did you try to throw CPS off by not reporting the injuries? Oh, and you're focused on continuing care for your patients and providing support to our colleagues who have been deeply and personally impacted. Yeah, that's all you care about, probably. Your colleagues who've been deeply and personally impacted. Meaning y'all are embarrassed. The whole hospital is embarrassed. Yeah, the whole hospital staff is embarrassed because the world news is looking at your raggedy ass hospital now. Yeah, that's all you care about because you didn't care about the babies. You didn't care about the babies at all. You try to keep this on the low. Let me tell you about some of these corporations. All right, they don't care. They don't care until you got 100 news reporters outside your hospital asking questions. Yeah, once you hit the world news, oh yeah, now you care. Yeah, you should have cared when the first family member was like, how did my baby's bones get broke? The first one. You should have cared then. You should have cared then.
Colleagues who've been deeply and personally impacted. Goes on to
and to further my point, it trickles all the way up because the judge don't care because this woman walking around here free. The DA don't care because the DA didn't recommend that she don't be free, that she don't have a bond. All right? The DA don't care. The defense lawyer don't care. He just want his client out. Okay? So it trickles all the way up. They don't care one bit about these babies or their families. It's a dirty, dirty game, man. It's a dirty, when you get to go into these corporations, these organizations and corporations, hospitals, law houses, courthouses, excuse me. Yeah, you get to go in at organizations and companies and businesses, and yeah, man, they don't care to the world news here. To local ain't enough. Oh, local? Oh, the local news covering? Oh, yeah, we ain't tripping out that. Like, that's gonna blow over in a week. Once the world news get a hold of it, oh, we are so deeply saddened by this. You should have been deeply saddened off the rip for the family. You should have some human. You're a hospital. You're a hospital. All right. If I was in that city, I would take my kids to a county or two over, just not so I ain't got to go to that hospital. All right. If you are a black or brown family, I wouldn't take my kids to this hospital. I would drive 30 minutes away to go to another hospital. I would never go to this hospital. They showing you what they about. I know it's hard. People ain't got gas money. It's hard out here. So you got to go to who is close. But, bruh, don't trust this hospital. The hospital staff need to be under investigation.
Say for more than 30 years, the NICU at Henrico Doctors Hospital has provided necessary and life.
Oh, let me screenshot this. I might do some digging. I might do. I'm gonna turn into a journalist, an investigative journalist on that ass. But don't play with me. I get to do some digging, bruh. Cause listen, this case and the one I did before this, bro, it made me want to look up. So, cause there's too many of these. I want to look up the judge on this other case because the judge let this one out on bond. Like, it's crazy. And now she out on bond. Like, it make you want to investigate the judge, right? Man, I might have to start doing some investigating. Hey, this might be my lane, you know what I mean? Because we're going to put it in their face, man. Don't get me to investigating, man. Because I get to take the time to investigate, it's going to get ugly because I'm posting it. I'm posting it. For real. If I find dirt, I'm posting it. NICU at Henrico Doctors Hospital. Hey, Henrico Doctors Hospital, y'all don't know this. Y'all suspect. They say they have provided necessary life-saving care to babies in Central Virginia. Central Virginia, hey, don't take your black and brown people. Don't take your babies to Henrico Doctors Hospital. They suspect. And we remain focused on ensuring the availability of that care in our community. So full of shit. Somebody wrote this. Somebody in the PR wrote this. Somebody in the HR or PR department wrote this. For more than 30 years, the NICU at Henrico Doctors Hospital has provided necessary and life-saving care to black and brown babies all over Central Virginia. And we remain focused on ensuring the availability of that care in our community. Horse shit, just lying. Oh my God. Yo, I'm starting to see stuff for what it is now, bro. I got to be getting wiser. Oh, because this is the Matrix, bro. This is how it go. Oh my God. This is how it go. Horse shit. My horse shit meter going out.
Saving care to babies in Central Virginia, and we remain focused on ensuring the availability of that care in our community. So this morning we're wondering, is the hospital at all responsible here? John Phillips, you do a lot of civil work.
Absolutely.
Work in your practice. What do you
These families need to get paid through the hospital.
say?
This was my face when you were talking about that. It was a big old eye roll. I see this all the time. I'd certainly advise the victims to watch out for words like intent because it'll invalidate insurance policy coverage and create a mess there. But absolutely the hospitals on notice of this. Absolutely. The first time an incident happens, under neglect laws, there's a little bit of protection for a defendant, but by the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time, certainly they're on notice. They're doing nothing. You're not going to be able to introduce cameras necessarily because they were post-remedial measures, things put in, and the law says let's encourage that, not discourage it. But certainly there's civil liability on the hospital.
Right. John, thank you for that. Dr. Sue, let me go to you here, please. I know this case has you fired up. When you think about the hospital and what they could have possibly done to prevent this, I'm sure you've got a lot of thoughts. By all means.
Well, we've seen this so many times, Julie. I've talked about this a lot on the show as well. When you see something, report it. It is not for you to determine as a citizen or anybody if it is abuse or not. If it looks like abuse or if it looks like it's something that shouldn't be happening or somebody's being hurt, call it in. And it seems that the ball was missed here, that somebody knew what was going on. It wasn't called in. And that father is absolutely right. It could have prevented this from happening over and over and over again. This goes back to what we know is the innocent bystander effect. Everybody thinks somebody else is going to do it. But in most cases, that's not what happens. If you see it, report it.
Look how big that hospital is. If y'all can see it, let me rewind it. Look how big. I want to show you. Look how big this hospital is. Look how big that hospital is. So imagine how much money is flowing through there. We all know hospitals ain't nothing but a hustle. Like that, they want to get you, they want to keep you sick, keep you hurt, so they can keep getting paid off that medicine. They want to keep your insurance policies paying them. Yeah, that's how I run. That's how I go. So these families should get paid a substantial amount of money. But money ain't everything, man. Like somebody do that to my baby. I want this woman to get convicted. I think she's a habitual abuser. But also, this hospital needs to be held accountable. Now, is it going? They're going to shut the hospital down because of this? No, they're not, because they got too much money, bro. You can't go against these corporations and these businesses and these hospitals and these courthouses. You can't. You're not going to win. Now, what they will do is cut you a change off, and hopefully you get the most you can get for your pain and suffering. But yo, I hope some nurse is seeing this. I hope somebody sees this that has turned a cheek to abuse or something going on in the hospital, and sees this and has a change of heart and reports it, man. Report it, man. Report it. I know a lot of nurses, man, a lot of hood nurses, man, like y'all think it's snitching or something like that, bro. But that ain't snitching, bro. That's like y'all not in the streets, man. Y'all took a pledge, an oath to protect and serve the community. All right. If you see something egregious, it don't matter on what level. I know they're RNs, they're nurse practitioners, they're CNAs. It don't matter on what level. It could be a nursing home. If you see somebody getting abused, hurt, man, you got to call that, because whoever doing that does not deserve or does not need to be in that position, that prestigious position. Y'all have a prestigious position. Y'all are taking care of the community. And if you're not doing that, you need to find another line of occupation. That's just what it is. All right. On every level, if you see something, call that out, man, because it ain't right. You can't prey on the sick. You can't prey on the weak and get paid for it. Like, come on now. You can get paid for it. It's disgusting. I hate even reporting stuff like this, but like I said, man, I'm gonna start bringing content like this to my world, to my audience. All right, this is the frequency I'm on with my content. If I'm not in the barbershop, if I'm not doing something else, like, this is what I'm bringing. I'm bringing education. I'm bringing awareness, and I appreciate you. We out.